Hi, my name's Terra, and this is my story. I got married pretty young, but I was I guess not that young. I was 23, but before that, I had grown up not in a Christian household. I gave my life to Jesus when I was 12, and all throughout high school, college, and early adulthood, I took myself to church. It was very much like a solo journey. And after college, I'd kind of stumbled a little bit. I was healing from an assault issue that had happened and all these things. I was just kind of in this tender time where I was really focusing on healing in general with the Lord with all these other things I had experienced. And a really good friend of mine, her mom was wonderful. She was a super sweet woman. And she was like, "Hey, I really think you should meet my nephew." And I was like, "I don't want to meet your stinking nephew. No thanks. I'm not really in a good place right now." It's kind of how I felt, and other things going on in life. And I ended up meeting him anyways, just kind of a few months of hearing about him and all this, and her kind of pushing it of I really think you guys would connect well. And we eventually did, and ended up meeting face to face. We lived in separate towns and fell madly in love very quickly. And we dated for 6 weeks and got engaged. And he was older than me. I was his second wife. And yeah, it was just all kind of, to me, it was this magical, the fairy tale princess Disney movie where we're in love, everything's great. And I relocated down to the Sioux Falls area, and I had been teaching prior to that at a small Christian boarding school, and uprooted my life, moved down here, and got married. Mostly the first year was probably, the best year we had together. There was a lot of things that happened pretty quickly, though, that there was cracks, there was a lot of dysfunction already kind of starting and different things. There was a lot of, I would say I experienced a lot of rejection within my marriage. And so it's just kind of you look back and that kind of colors it a little bit differently when you look back and you're actually, that wasn't okay. We ended up taking a kinship placement, basically. It was a very messy situation, probably around the second year of our marriage. A relative of mine, he was a newborn. It was just messy. It was a messy situation all around. But I quit my job to stay home with him, and we had hoped to adopt him. And right before he turned 1, he ended up being reunified with his biological father. And I feel that was a pretty big turning point in the marriage. The cracks that were already there just kind of got worse. There was a lot of drinking, a lot of just people deal with grief in different ways. When I had sought out counseling that final year, initially it was for couples counseling, and the counselor had been... He was like, "Oh, maybe you should come in on your own, Terra." After we sat there, and because we were sitting there, and I just, they asked you what brings you into counseling today, and I just spilled everything. Where I was this is all the things that have been going on, and I don't know how to process it or how to move forward with it. It was literally within days of discovering infidelity that I was being told that I couldn't bring it up. There was no really effort for repair or really true healing. And so I was there saying I don't know how to go forward with this. So I first heard about divorce care from a friend, and she said, "Hey, when my friend was going through this, she went through a divorce care class, and it was really helpful for her." She said it's a national curriculum, different churches, sponsored or whatever, hosted. And I was like, okay. So when I saw that Central offered the divorce care class, I reached out to Pastor Roger. Church had always been my safe place, and I suddenly didn't feel quite as safe anymore. Not by anybody's actions or anything that was said to me or done, but just that a lot of shame and embarrassment. And it's very humbling, to be I'm getting a divorce. I had to really kind of fight my pride. And so I really was trying to be intentional to stay connected to faith community, to stay connected to other believers. And so I really wanted to do the divorce care class because I was this will be good for me, even though I don't necessarily feel like I want to do it necessarily. I know that I need to do it. And so that was for me of just being very intentional in my own healing journey to try to find community within the church when I no longer felt as safe as I used to feel, just as I processed through all the emotions and things that come with divorce. I really loved my group for divorce care. I completed the class and I felt pretty comfortable talking about things. And it was just nice being able to discuss all these things that you're going through and all of that. And I kind of started wondering, not necessarily I didn't know if specifically divorce care was going to be the place, but I was talking to my therapist and I'm like, I just feel like maybe I think I kind of want to give back in some way. I want to give and serve in some way. I don't know if I felt capacity for that a ton. I just kind of wanted to dip my toes in it maybe, and just kind of, I was praying about it, seeing what would happen. And Eric, who was the leader of divorce care, asked me, he's like, would you maybe, if you'd want to come back as a co-leader? Okay, maybe this is where I was just praying about this. Maybe this is what it's going to be for me. And I'm just feeling like your confidence and different things just kind of end up taking a beating in divorce and the end of a marriage and all the things. So my confidence wasn't great. I'm I don't know, can I actually do that? I don't know if I can. And so I decided to dip my toes in, and I was like, okay, I can co-lead. I can come Sunday afternoons and help out as needed. And then after a few different life circumstances and different logistical things, it ended up being, you're the new leader, Terra. And I was like, oh, okay. There are other co-leaders too that are involved. It's not just me or anything, but it ended up being, instead of just dipping my toes in, I kind of got to jump into the deep end and start navigating it. And it's been really great. I really love the group that is this year's, the spring class group of people. Scripture talks about the light shines in the darkness. And sometimes even with the painful stories, we keep a lot of things in the dark. And in divorce care, people get to share their stories. And I think that that's very healing for people to be able to share what they went through. And the Lord meets us there in that. And so I've really enjoyed being a small part of that.